Everybody, thanks for watching. As you can see, the latest video is back up on YouTube. It was taken down because I showed the gun that I bought from Walmart in the video. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted a picture of that gun. It was taken down for that reason, but I edited that part out and reposted the video, so it's back up there. Now, also, I have the digital downloads on flash drive. So if you order all the digital downloads, you could get it on flash drive. Send out on a flash drive, so it's a lot easier. A lot of people are having trouble with downloading all the videos. Some people don't have enough space, so now you can just order it on a flash drive and then it'll get sent out to you on a flash drive. So I kept the price low, trying to keep it at an affordable rate for people. So $189.99 versus $350. I think it's a pretty good deal. So if you order it, you can get it on flash drive as well as the downloads, depends on what you prefer. So, I want to get into this video because a lot of people are confused about, the points I'm making as far as the distractions. And when I'm talking about the distractions that we are being, bombarded with from the media, social media as well, the distraction is obviously race. There's a lot of people who just can't understand and see that fact because they are blinded by race, by hatred, or what have you. They have been spinning this thing for years, and it has begun, years ago, decades ago. Was a lot of old feelings, as I talked about, that we drum up when we have to deal with racism. So it's a touchy subject with black folks as far as race. So anything that has to deal with race, we immediately jump on it, and they understand that, which is why it's being used as the distraction to keep us away from more, serious, important things. And yes, racism is important, but this is something that we're going to face regardless. This is something that we know, that we understand, that it's happening, that's going to take place. Nothing that we really can say or do is going to detract some of these racist people from being racist. It's just something we have to deal with, but we have to be smarter in how we deal with it and not let it distract us from more important points. So when I'm talking about Donald Trump and, Donald Trump basically having black friends and doing stuff for black people, that doesn't mean that Donald Trump is not a racist just because he did stuff for black people. The point that I'm trying to make is understand how it's being spent, how he is being used to distract us from the real issues. So when you understand what was going on during the election, it's a lot of things they could have used to basically get out of the whole situation. So when you have the whole debate with Hillary and Trump and them going at each other, there's so much video out there, so much information out there that shows Trump's approval for Hillary. He thought she made the right decision with the whole Benghazi thing. He's on record as saying that. He's on record as saying she would make a good president, that she handled things in the Middle East well. He's also on video saying that Obama is a good president. He is also on record saying that Hillary and Bill they're friends of his. They've been friends for a long time. There's pictures out there of them two golfing and hanging out. So when you have this whole huge debate of Hillary versus Trump, it's bullshit. But these facts, these points wasn't being brought up by mainstream media during that whole election thing because they wanted to spin it in a different direction. It's the same thing with this whole thing with Trump and racism. It's a lot of things that you can bring up, that he could bring up to support his case, but they won't bring it up because they are in cahoots on spinning this whole thing towards race. This is what he ran on. This is why he won. And this is what they wanted to use in the first place, was race to spin it. So you have so many people that is just being focused on that issue. Race, 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 race. This is all everybody is talking about. The white man, and not paying attention to what's going on. While we sitting up here complaining about this, they have ended net neutrality. They're trying to take away automatic weapons. They have effectively already destroyed the school system. If you understand what's getting ready to come up with that, I'll get into that in another video. But people would rather focus more on race and forget all the other issues. This is what we are seeing, especially from black people, more so, because we are the ones who have to deal with everything that we are being bombarded with as far as black on black crime, as far as cops killing black people, as far as all these racist things that we keep seeing, whether it be from Colin Kaepernick situation or, the whole thing with H&M. It's always something pertaining to us where we have to stand up and defend ourselves for being black. We keep seeing that, and this is by design. This is what I'm talking about. we have to pay attention to and understand what they're trying to do. It's not a coincidence we just keep on being, picked on with this whole race thing. And that's what it seems like. It's like we chilling, we trying to, survive. All of a sudden, something comes up where it's a racial issue dealing with black folks that we have to, defend ourselves from, or we have to talk about. And this is by design. The more we focus on these things and not on what's really important, the more we falling deeper and deeper into the trap that they have laid out for us. Understand, any president is against the progression of black people, plain and simple. That post, anybody who represents that post that sits in that seat in that Oval Office is against the progress of African American people. The entire Senate, your senators, they are against the progress of African American people. Your actors and actresses, your musicians, or what have you, are all against the progression of African Americans, no matter what they say or what they wrote. You can believe that. You can sit here and watch these movies and get all joyful and happy and think everything is peachy keen. The people who is running the studios, the people who make the movies, these people, the whole entertainment industry is against the progression of us. The TV shows you watch, the entertainment, the sports, all of it is against the progression of African American people. Plain and simple. It's all a part of one huge system that's backed by the bankers, that's backed by the corporations and companies that do not want us to grow and succeed, period. No matter what they say, no matter what they put out, what commercial or what movie they make you think that they are for us. It's just a movie. It's not reality. Their actions would reflect how they truly feel in reality if that's what they want. We're not seeing a progression of us. We're not being put in positions of power to help us grow as a people by the people who can actually put us there. So everything that you're looking at, all these people who want to nitpick about this white man, that white man, what the white man did, if this person racist or not, is bullshit. All of it is racist. All of it is against us, period. If you don't understand that, then you are lost. Plain and simple. That's just the should go without saying. So you can't just point to one little thing. You got to look at the whole thing and understand what's going on and act accordingly. And I always say that because a lot of people don't really get what that means. It's a system that we're stuck in. How are you going to deal with it? When you get put in a position where you're screwed no matter which way you go, you got to figure something out. You got to move differently. You got to act differently. Now, if you could somehow use that system to benefit you, to help you live better or get out of the system, or, find a way to move differently that's going to lead to for a way for you to get out, this is what you do. This is what you have to do. So you have a lot of people who are, so dependent on the system, and that's exactly what the system wants. Welfare, childcare, everything that we get from the system is for us to be dependent on the system. You have a lot of people out there who need food stamps, who would rather be on food stamps than actually go out there and work. You have a lot of people who are dependent on the government for many things. First of the month checks, disabilities, whatever it may be. And this is the system. This is how it's designed for us to be dependent on it to keep us in one particular place. It's all against us. It's all against our progress. I talked about how they use sports, how they use entertainment to basically neutralize our talents, to keep our talents under their, control, to neutralize our, mental capacity, what we can do as far as science, math, astrology, what have you. If they control all the avenues and all the systems and all the companies and everything that would cultivate those talents that we naturally have, then they effectively control, us. So we don't have these systems. We don't have, our own industries to cultivate black excellence. They do. So whether it be sports or entertainment, anything that we do, they are controlling that. So we can't just look at one little teeny tiny thing and point to it and say the white man. It's a huge system that we are immersed in. Plain and simple. It's everywhere. So just like how you have so many people in love with Black Panther. Oh, Black Panther is fine. Disney gave it to us when Disney is notoriously known for being racist against black folks. So how can we look at that and then just promote Black Panther because it's Black Panther, it's black? It's the same thing they did with Obama. Plain and simple. We know the presidency is a puppet post. Anybody that's sitting in that chair, as I said, is against the progression of African American people. They put Obama, a black man, in that chair. We forgot about that. Oh, he fine because he black. When this man sat around and watched black people get killed by white cops and did nothing. But it's okay because he got a black face. He was a distraction. His skin color was a distraction away from the truth. All these people was being killed. Nothing is being done. And we sitting around and everybody now is all emotional about what took place. And nobody is really looking at what is really behind this whole deception. So when I'm talking about, black people never being able to unite because of religion and because of ego, this is what I mean. You say one little teeny tiny thing that a person does not understand, and they're willing to discount everything you ever did in your life because they disagree with you. Plain and simple, no matter how much good you've done. That one instant where they disagree with you, everything is wrong or it's a big problem. So again, when you understand what I talk about, and me talking about Trump, I'm in no way promoting Trump. He's against us, plain and simple, no matter how you want to look at it. But you have to understand how he's being used, how he's being spent to make us focus more on race when we should be focused on many other things. Forget about that shit. Stop being so fixated on race and racism. It's a distraction, plain and simple. It's not everything. Everything ain't racism. Everything ain't about black and white. It's bigger things going on. While we focused on that little teeny issue of race and color, there's so many things being taken away from us. There's so many things being done against us. While y'all sitting around talking about some white man that you work for, that you depend on. Plain and simple. So if you're getting up and you walking out that door to go work for some white man, stop complaining. Because you're not doing anything to fix your situation. You just, a hypocrite, plain and simple. So you have a lot of hypocrites out there who think they know what they're talking about and have no clue because they don't even realize, they at war with themselves. So my point in the whole thing was to get you to understand, don't pay attention to the racist part of it, that this dude ran on racism and it's all about racism, something we have been experiencing for decades. Understand the distraction, that it's a distraction from more important things, plain and simple. So when you understand that, you got to step back and look at everything that we've been seeing from the media and see how it's now. For the last couple of years, everything's been geared towards race. We're finding it everywhere we look. It's all about race, black and white, distraction from what? And nobody is trying to really look at what the distraction is, what they're trying to distract us away from. And this is what we need to pay attention to. So while everything's still pointing towards race, I have not seen, again, as I talked about, a big deal about net neutrality. I haven't seen the media really get into it. And we'll see what happens. We'll see how people react to it then. But it's too late now. Now should be the time that people should be talking about net neutrality. It's been people marching and protesting. A lot of people have just been duped about the whole gun control thing, and people protesting, asking for the government to take away our firearms, our automatic weapons, the ability to defend ourselves against a government system that we understand is crooked. You have people out there fighting for that and marching for it, and it's crazy. So the majority of which are white, who don't really understand and get it. They just look at guns as being bad and scary and spooky, and they want them gone, but they don't really understand the concerns that legitimate concerns that people have of why we need to keep them and how our Constitution says to keep it. So some of the people want to be patriotic, jump on Colin Kaepernick for taking a knee and call him all kinds of names, but then they want to side with, this system that's saying take away the Second Amendment right that we have, that's in the Constitution. So if everything is about the Constitution, why you got so many people trying to go against it? And you got to understand the biggest deal, and because a lot of people don't understand and get it, Congress, your Senate, your Congress, your president, their job is to uphold the Constitution, period. Plain and simple. They're not supposed to be going against those documents without the people. This has to be unanimous. They're not supposed to be going against the Constitution. So trying to do anything against the Constitution is crazy. Now, understand, ending net neutrality, because we have an internet, it's a little bit different. Ending that is basically going against your First Amendment rights, your freedom of speech rights. And we just experienced it, just now with me in a video showing a gun. And you can go on YouTube and find a lot more heinous things. You can find people being burnt alive on YouTube. You can find all kinds of gruesome videos. I showed a gun. That's a BB gun. And they took the video down. So that shows you, it shows you where we're headed at. So again, distractions. While y'all being distracted by this bullshit black-white stuff, they doing all kinds of stuff to us. Plain and simple. So I'm just sick of people pretending that they really care, that they're really on board. It's just been cool now for black folks to just be, so anti-white. It's just cool now for you to be like the white man. And anybody that's doing that is just, they're not getting the point. It's no point in doing that. We've been doing that shit since the 60s, the 50s, or what have you. We understand that already. What is being taken away from us? What is happening behind the scenes? What are we being distracted from? This is what you need to worry about, and not so much about, racism, black, white, what have you. What is really going on? So I really don't think people understand what I'm saying when I say get your shit together. We are not going to come together. They are not going to let us come together as a group and do something that's going to let us grow economically, that's going to allow us to grow in wealth. Unless we do this stuff on our own, this is the only way we can do it. Unless you grow on your own and come together, as your own family, individually, and grow that way. It's not going to happen us marching out there and just coming together and them passing some kind of law that's going to allow us to surpass them in wealth. The shit is not going to happen. So what are you complaining about? You wasting your time complaining about race when you could be out there trying to do something to help you grow economically, because that's what really matters. That's what really counts. That's how you really kick them in the balls. You being successful. That's what they really care about. They don't care about you calling them whatever you call them, white or racist. They don't care about that. What is that going to do? It's not going to do nothing. So people screaming up there talking about white man, what is that really doing? What is that doing for us? It's not doing nothing. It's making you look crazy. It's making you be distracted away from something that's more important. This is my point. So again, economically, this is our problem that we face, because again, we are so brainwashed and screwed by this system that economically we sit up here and we scream about our oppressors and white man this and white man that, and then go out there and give them money to keep oppressing us. We support the very people that's destroying us in the entertainment industry. We support these people. We brag about them, we promote them, and they're destroying us. But then we scream racism, white, when the people they work for, the people they get their money from, it's the white man. Plain and simple. You funding this white man. It's just crazy when you really think about it. And a lot of people are not sitting back seriously contemplating and think about what I'm saying, because it's just really bouncing off of people's head. They're not putting it together. It's common fucking sense. Think. They control the industry. They control everything. They have the banks. They are the money. They make the money. What the fuck is you complaining about? What is wrong with you? A lot of people don't understand how much this is stacked against us, how far back we are, how messed up things is. It's bad. It's bad. And people want to just scream, white man, racism. Like that's going to actually do some shit. Marching is actually going to do something. It's deeper than that. You need to pay attention to what's going on. So, looking at things like gun control and how, they're not going to be coming out there shooting out white folks with automatic weapons. It's going to be us. Understanding how that's going to affect us, and understanding how our communication system, as far as how we get out information as black folks, is going to be disturbed deeply with the repeal of net neutrality. But y'all want to complain about the white man. It's bullshit. Racism. Y'all we fixated on this shit too much. Need to be gone. So what? Get it out your system. It's there. It's something we can't change history. It happened. We got to move forward and understand that they're using that racism shit to hold us back, to keep us focused over here, while over there they're doing some shit to us. Plain and simple. And there's too many people that's being duped by it. I'm tired of the stupid questions that I get from people about stupid subjects that's, not pertaining to the overall point, especially when it comes to this subject of race. I mean, it's just stupid to me. I don't like to really get into it. We know what they did. We know what they doing. We know what this shit is about. Act accordingly. Act like you understand that it's stupid. Like, come on. It's crazy. So now we rather, jump on each other, call each other names because, somebody supports some white person or says something that seemed pro. It's fucking stupid. We turn it on each other. Oh, you a coon because it's something that had to do with white folks. I mean, it's retarded when damn near every black person loved Black Panther that was given to you by a white man. Understand that it's fictional, but y'all love it. Y'all want to wear dashikis now and everything because of a goddamn fictional character. when you have real black people out here fighting and dying for you to just put on a damn dashiki, to say that you from Africa. Now the white man gave you a fictional character, you from Africa now. So like this shit is crazy. And same people scream racism, white supremacy, white man, coon, same people. So, you know, a couple people, look at the video, look at some of the stuff I say in many videos as being pro-white. I don't know how you want to say it. I don't understand. I don't know what they're really thinking. But if you understood what I was saying in those videos, it's a deeper meaning. It's a deeper point when I'm talking about understanding what's going on between black and white on a deeper level, but not being distracted by that, paying attention to what the powers that be are doing and how they're using that against us. Plain and simple. It's a setup. So it's easy to see. So our reaction is everything. If we're going with the reaction of racist, white man, kill whitey and all that, this is exactly where they want us to go. Plain and simple. Instead of us paying attention to the point and what they're trying to do, which is the agenda they're trying to fulfill. That's what we need to be focused on.